There are almost 300,000 alumni that are part of this Columbia Alumni Association from all 16 schools of the university, and we needed to provide a platform that enabled Columbians to connect. So our job is to connect them with each other and to connect them back with the university. That's the role of the CAA.
It's the organization that encompasses and surrounds all the alumni from all the divisions of the university.
We all share a bond because we went to Columbia. Some of us went to different schools, some went to schools uptown or whatever. There is a common experience that's in the past, but the CAA draws on that, draws on whatever affinity or affiliation people feel based on that to build an experience in the present.
So the CAA has many events throughout the year. We try to be as creative and innovative as we can with new events every year, but we also like to have tradition. And the most prominent is reunions, coming back to campus and listening to faculty, connecting with your classmates, connecting with your school and the university.
I'm having a good time reliving the college days, staying in Carman Hall and seeing old friends and acquaintances.
I would say there hasn't been a year since 1971 that we haven't been in touch with each other.
As a young alum, even though we're still in touch a lot, we don't see each other that often, so we did some brunch and some Bloody Marys and then kind of came back on campus and kind of started catching up with folks here.
As we talk about the Columbia Lifelong Experience, with many of our programs, we want to provide an intellectual opportunity as well as a social networking or career networking opportunity.
I'm here in Barcelona as part of a Columbia Alumni event. It's my very first event on any scale, and so I figured why not do it up big. So this is a 4 or 5 day trip. The type of people that are drawn to Columbia are the type of people that would engage in lifelong learning and be naturally drawn to the subject matter experts in those fields and seek them out. And so I think having access to Dean Becker and some of the other experts they brought in has been just exactly what we would have wanted. And so it's nice to see Barcelona through their eyes as well.
Friends of mine have come to Art Basel in Miami, and I always felt left out. I wanted to come, but you come to a big event like that, you need somebody to guide you through all of the events. I'm sure that we could not have come to Miami and had the same access or the same guidance had it not been for the Columbia Alumni Association, and I give Columbia credit.
This is one of my favorite events of the year, the Columbia Party at Sundance. I feel like every year I come out of it seeing people that I haven't seen in a long time, but really meeting a lot of connections and people that we have something in common, and they're looking out for me and I'm looking out for them.
Movies are something we kind of take for granted. We all go to the movies, but I've never actually spent a lot of time thinking about how they're crafted. And here at Sundance, I learned a lot about that. Meeting the Columbia filmmakers, I learned a lot about that. Some of the films I've seen this week, my brain has been bursting.
And this event, I think, really connects me and makes me feel like I am, again, a part of a bigger community.
As President Bollinger was saying, we are leaders. Columbia is a leader in the world. And as alumni, you are leaders in your own fields, benefiting from the wonderful Columbia education. And we want today to be able to bring those links together, to link you into the world of Columbia, to use you to take Columbia farther into the world beyond the campus, and just to solidify those relationships. We are represented as Columbia alumni from the White House to the Supreme Court, from Congress and throughout the cabinet. I feel very privileged to be a part of this wonderful alumni body.
Columbia really is committed to this kind of engagement, and there are lots of tangible examples. The creation of the Columbia Alumni Association about 6 years ago, the creation of our first Alumni Center on campus on 113th Street, and I hope when you're in New York, you'll come visit us. We have an Alumni Welcome Center. We're very proud of that.
I think a lot of you are here for the first time in this building. Our Alumni Center, the Columbia Alumni Center, has been open for just over 2 years, 2.5 years. And this is really your space. It's the first time, probably in generations, that Columbia has had a physical place on campus where you're absolutely welcome to make yourself at home, to hang your hat, to have a cup of coffee, to use a computer to set up your own wireless connection, and any other connection you care to make here. So this is your space, and we hope you'll take advantage of it.
The success of the CAA has come from alumni volunteers and alumni participation. For any organization to be successful, it's vital for the leadership and ownership to come from the members, from the alumni, and that is why the CAA has been so successful and will continue to grow.
I enjoy being part of the board in France because it allows me to sort of actually give back to the school by doing something. To be able to interview, potential students and to actually go out and meet the alums and to see the diversity of people who have graduated from different schools and what they're doing, I think is interesting for me also personally.
The CAA brings together alumni leaders in several different settings, and most of the time we sit around the room and chat about their experiences as the leaders in different regions with different groups. We share best practices, we share strategies, we share what works and what doesn't work, and how we can support them. It's important for us to hear what we can do, what the university can do, what the CAA can do to help them in their roles.
I attended the Athens meeting last year, and it was a great meeting in all senses. Meeting Columbia people, networking, also the regional club leaders' work that we had there, talking about how we make clubs more dynamic, how to do more networking, how to create more interest in the club, and I think it was great. And this year, which we're still in the middle of the meeting, but so far I think people is enjoying so much, really the Barcelona experience and the Columbia experience.
Part of my mission, or what I would like to see, is every alumni in some way, shape, or form, whether it's small or large, be connected or involved every single year with Columbia University.
So we have the CAA Challenge, and this year we are asking every alum to do something new they haven't done before.
Go to an event, contact your roommate, send in a story, forward a magazine article. Do one Columbia thing you haven't done before as an alumnus or an alumna, and find out what the alumni experience can mean to you.
Do one new thing. Be a part of this challenge.
The alumni connection isn't about a chance to reconnect with what happened 10 or 15 or 20 years ago. There is that aspect of nostalgia or reconnection, but it's really about the fact that you still belong at Columbia. And the Columbia that you belong to is actually an incredibly exciting and evolving and dynamic place.
And it's online, it's in person, it's all over the world, and it's in New York City and on campus.
And I think that everybody feels at the end that they have been part of something larger than themselves.
Students are students for 2, 4, 6, and in some PhD situations, 10 or 12 years. The people who are here and involved the longest are the alumni. They are alumni for the remainder of their natural lives and even into the hereafter, because I'm fairly convinced that there are alumni who are still active, though not with us on this earth.
The CAA is energy.
CAA is adventure.
CAA is friends.
The CAA is Barcelona.
The CAA is creativity.
The CAA is opportunity.
The CAA is family.
The CAA is timeless.
The CAA is tailor-made.
The CAA is celebration.
The CAA is empowering.
CAA is reunion.
The CAA is diversity.
The CAA is the Columbia spirit.
CAA is where you want to be.